Hello everyone, welcome back to our favorite channel, a place for health information and education. How are you all? I pray that you are always healthy and achieve your dreams and success. And today with me, Dr. Ibrahim, we're going to talk about a topic that affects all of us as we grow older, but we tend to ignore it until it's too late. And that is the impact of certain vitamins on our brains. Now, for many people, vitamins are seen as a way of life. We think that by taking them, we are doing something positive for our bodies, proactively improving our health. But what if some of these vitamins could do more harm than good, especially for those over 60 years old? Today I will discuss 5 vitamins that we must avoid if we want to keep our brains healthy as we get older. So let's dive in. But before we do so, I urge you to support us by clicking the like button, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications. If you love reading comments and responding to them, you will find me in the comments section below the video. Now let's get started. 1. Vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is essential for our bones, right? Most of us know that. But did you know that too much of it can cause serious problems for our brains? Taking high doses of vitamin D can lead to something called hypercalcemia, meaning there is too much calcium in your blood. When that happens, calcium can start to build up in your arteries, making them harder and narrower. This is bad news for our hearts, but it can also lead to a stroke. That's right. Too much vitamin D can increase the risk of stroke. Why? Because those hardened arteries can block the flow of blood to your brain. It's like a traffic jam, but instead of cars, it's blood. And when your brain doesn't get enough blood, it can start to die. Now, I'm not saying that vitamin D is bad for us. It's actually very important, especially as we get older. But it's important to find the right amount that works for us. Too little and you don't get the benefits. Too much and you risk the problems I talked about earlier. Always remember, everything in life is about balance, right? Now, I know a lot of us love taking supplements, especially as we get older. We think that by taking pills, we are doing something good for our bodies. But it's important to remember that pills don't always have the best stuff. Sometimes they only have a little bit of the good stuff and the rest is just chemicals and stuff that our bodies don't need. So it's always important to ask questions before taking any new supplement. Just remember, real food has more good stuff. It's always better to get your vitamins from food rather than from pills. Of course, some people can't get all the vitamins they need from food alone, so they need to take pills. But even then, it's important to find the right amount. Too little won't help, and too much can hurt. Ask your doctor to help you find the right amount. Don't just guess. Your body needs a lot of different vitamins and minerals to stay strong and healthy. But it doesn't need a lot of one kind. As we get older, our bodies change. We might not need as much of some vitamins and minerals, but we might need more of others. So as we get older, we need to pay attention to what our bodies need and make sure we get the right amounts of vitamins and minerals. You see, as we get older, our bodies need a lot of calcium to keep our bones strong. But if we take too much calcium, it can hurt our kidneys. So it's important to find the right amount. Not too much, not too little. Just right. Our bodies also need vitamin D to help our bodies use calcium. But too much vitamin D can be bad for our kidneys and our heart. So again, it's about finding the right amount. 2. Vitamin E. Now, vitamin E is known as a powerful antioxidant, which means it helps protect our cells from getting damaged. Some people take high doses of vitamin E to help prevent Alzheimer's disease. But here's the catch. If you are taking blood-thinning medicine like warfarin or Xarelto, you should never take high doses of vitamin E. Why not? Well, vitamin E can make your blood thinner. And if you're already taking blood-thinning medicine, that means your blood is already thin. When you take extra vitamin E, it's like making your blood even thinner. And that's not always a good thing. When your blood is too thin, it can be hard for your body to stop bleeding when you get hurt. But sometimes it can cause bleeding inside your body, especially in your brain. That's right. Too much vitamin E can cause bleeding in the brain. And if that happens, it can be very serious. It can cause a stroke, and that can lead to permanent damage in your brain. So please remember, if you're taking blood-thinning medicine, stay away from high doses of vitamin E. It's just not worth the risk. And if you're not sure if you should take vitamin E or how much you can take, always ask your doctor. He or she can help you decide if vitamin E is right for you and how much you should take. Remember, your safety is the most important thing. Now, 3. Vitamin B6. Now, vitamin B6 is like a helper molecule. It helps our bodies turn food into energy. It also helps make red blood cells, keeps our skin healthy, and even helps our brains make chemicals that help us sleep and feel happy. But here's the thing. If we take too much vitamin B6, it can cause problems with our nerves. That's right. Too much vitamin B6 can make our nerves, especially the nerves in our hands and feet, feel damaged. This can make it hard to feel things like touch and temperature. And it can also cause tingling and burning sensations. Plus, it can make it hard to control our muscles. So if we take too much vitamin B6, it can make it hard to walk and even cause muscle weakness. That's why it's really important to be careful with vitamin B6. Don't take too much. And if you're not sure how much you need, always ask your doctor. Number 4, vitamin A and A is an important nutrient that our bodies need to stay healthy. It helps us see in the dark, keeps our skin healthy, and even helps our bodies fight off infections. But here's the thing, if we take too much vitamin A, it can cause serious problems in our brains. That's right. Too much vitamin A can cause pressure to build up inside our skulls. This can lead to a condition called pseudotumor cerebri, which means that the pressure inside our skulls looks like there's a tumor in the brain. And even if there isn't a tumor, the pressure can still damage our eyes and even cause blindness. So it's really important to be careful with vitamin A. Don't take too much. But don't worry, it's not easy to get too much vitamin A by eating food. It's only a problem if you take too many supplements that have vitamin A. If you're taking supplements, always read the label and follow the instructions. And if you're not sure, always ask your doctor or pharmacist. Remember, knowledge is power. Knowing how much vitamin A you need can help you stay healthy and keep your brain strong. No? 5. Niacin. Now, niacin is a type of vitamin B3 that our bodies need to stay healthy. It helps us turn food into energy and helps our bodies make chemicals that control cholesterol levels. But here's the thing, if we take too much niacin, it can cause our blood pressure to go up and down a lot. That's right. Too much niacin can cause our blood pressure to be all over the place, and that's not good for our brains. Our brains need a steady level of blood pressure to stay healthy. When our blood pressure goes up and down a lot, it can cause blood to flow to our brains to slow down or even stop. And that can cause a stroke. That's why it's really important to be careful with niacin and not take too much. And if you're taking medicine to control your blood pressure, don't take niacin. They don't mix well and can cause more problems. Always remember, your health is in your hands. You have the power to make choices that keep you strong and healthy. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found it helpful, please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.